What's going on, everybody? Chris again for Friendly Frenzy Games, hopping into some more Slay the Spire 2 today, hoping to be able to rhyme off an Ironclad Ascension 0 Slay the Spire victory. Got my first one yesterday morning using a hybrid of a block and attack kind of build, so I'm hoping I'm going to be able to kind of do the same and show you how I complete it, and then we can go over the build at the end of the video so that you can hopefully learn a few things to conquer the Spire yourself. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into this here. Just a standard run. Just playing on 0 Ascension right now because I want to be able to kind of put together the run that won me my first ever run in Slay the Spire with Ironclad, so that's going to be really awesome. So we'll just play it on normal for now because I want to show you guys kind of, hopefully I can build the same style build that I had before, but we'll see what we can do. So Palmander, we can start at the Ancients here by upgrading a card. We can transform a card using New Leaf, or we can use Silver Crucible here. The first 3 card rewards you see are upgraded, but the first treasure chest that you open is empty. That's pretty sweet considering, you know, the first couple of cards are very important, and I just don't remember if this is going to be 3 different combats or if it's just really your first one. And the first treasure chest you get is empty. You can get some really good relics in there, so I'm actually not sure if this is the way to go. This one's just guaranteed you can go ahead and upgrade something, so I think what I might do is just go ahead and let's just apply it to Bash right now. That way we get even more bang for our buck. It is like the most costly card that you have in the starting deck. You can't reduce the cost, but at least we're doing, you know, 10 damage instead of 2. And to be able to have vulnerable 3 applied right off the hop is pretty sweet. So the main goal for this run is really going to be able to hopefully maximize the cards that give us both block and attack on the same cards. And I'm hopefully going to be able to find a card called Blockade because that was without a doubt the MVP of my run last time. Just seeing our map here, we've got quite a bit of fighting depending on which route we take. I really always like using the rest nodes here, the campfire nodes, as checkpoints, especially just to kind of make sure that you're maintaining HP. So I think that's probably the safest route. We'll just go ahead and start up this far left side here. So we'll start into our first fight. He's got 4 damage coming through. I'm just going to throw up a quick block to make sure we don't have any damage coming through. Set up our double strike to do as much damage as we can and pass turn. That's awesome there. We know he's not attacking us at all next turn, or this turn, sorry. So that's fine. I'm not really worried. I don't have to block him at all. Might as well go ahead, apply our bash, and then we can set up for next turns. And it's at the same time going to help us for this turn, giving us a bit of a damage boost as vulnerable makes him susceptible to 50% more damage from attacks. So he just gave himself a 7 buff to his attack. If we go ahead here, this is going to do 15. So 15 and 9 is going to be 24. We'll be just under killing him. But if we do 999, that'll do enough damage. So we're just going to do 3 strikes here. Don't have to worry about defending because we're going to be able to kill him, and we're good. So that's where you can see that obviously sequencing and stacking is very important. Just because if we were to do bash there and then a strike afterwards, we would have expended the same amount of energy but actually done less damage. So we got our gold there. Let's see what we get for cards. Armaments is really good. I really like this card, but Iron Wave to me is a little bit better, at least for right now in the early, because these are the cards that seem to win me my run last time. This is kind of what I was talking about, in that you're getting block and damage on a single card. So these are the kind of cards that you want to upgrade. That's why Armaments is really good if you can get that as well, because it will upgrade it in your hand, which is really sweet. But for right now, we'll work with what we've got. Start on this unknown node, the event node. That's pretty sweet. So we can increase block or we can increase sharp. I'm going to choose to, actually, I don't remember. Gain, okay. I'm going to set up just a plain defend card in hopes that we get blockade later, because the more that we can kind of bump up our defense and block skills, that'll really make blockade pop off and just really be beneficial in the end game. It's going to help us here actually as well, because it's going to mean that I don't have to play an extra defend card. If I wanted to block all the damage, we're going to be able to kind of block this off completely. So I'm going to go ahead, play our upgraded defend for the 7 block. I'm going to play just a regular defend for the additional 5 block. So his damage is completely negated. I'll throw a strike in to do a little bit of damage and then pass turn. Got 6 damage coming our way this time. So again, this is where it's helpful, especially too, because I only really have the 1 block card on Iron Wave. We know we're taking some damage, but I can't really get around that. But at least we were able to do some damage there as well. So I will take 1. He's got a 3 stack, 2 stack now of vulnerable. We know he's not attacking this turn. He's going to look to increase, or he's going to look to buff. So that's fine. I'm not too worried about gaining block right now, so I might as well just go with all of my strikes since they do the most damage. As much as I love Iron Wave, again, it's going to apply block, but it's still only doing 5 damage versus 3 stacks of 6 here. So we ended up killing him outright because actually the vulnerable stacks bumped the 6 damage to 9. I forgot that he had vulnerable stacks on him, but that's even better. Glad we made that choice too, because it made that fight really easy. Still haven't lost a hit point there. Add a card. Ooh, okay. Feed is really good if you have it in hand when the enemies have basically no health, because it gives you the opportunity to potentially raise your max HP by 3, and then it exhausts, and then even still, if you can't use it as a fatal blow, it's still dealing 10 damage or more if there's vulnerable stacks. Especially since I don't plan on doing like an exhaust build or a strength build. Feel No Pain could be beneficial later depending on how much we end up exhausting, but it's definitely not going to be the main goal of my build here. So let's go ahead, we'll pick Feed, because that's worked pretty well for me in the past. Obviously we've got another unknown node here. I'd love to pick up an additional relic. Turns out it's a merchant. That's not terrible. We don't have Blockade. That would have been amazing. We do have Shrug It Off. This is a pretty good card because you're going to get 8 block and the additional draw 1 card. It's really good when you have cheaper cards in your deck because, again, obviously you're expending 1 energy to play it. You're going to draw a card, but it's not that helpful if you're going to draw a card that you can't play. This is gain 4 block and draw 1 card. Obviously, that's a lot better because we're not spending energy at all. So that's pretty sweet. And then a random card in your draw pile gains replay 2. We can't afford this, but that would have been really sweet to grab as well because it's going to play the card an additional time. And I think with replay 2, it's going to play it actually 2 more times, but I might be wrong. Let's go ahead. We'll get Finesse. It's at a lower block rate, but we're drawing a card for free, which is awesome. And there's just so many things that you can do with energy if you can spend it. So that's perfect. The nice part about arriving at a rest site when you're full or very close to full health is that you have the opportunity to upgrade cards, which is awesome, obviously. What do the upgrades look like for this? Okay, so if we upgrade Finesse, that's even better because we actually get a very high block rate. So 7 versus 4, it's for free and we're drawing a card. I really like Iron Wave though because it's getting us 7 block as well and dealing 7 damage. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade Iron Wave. You can only upgrade cards once, so we're not going to be able to just stack upgrades on Iron Wave. If I do get another chance to upgrade something, I probably will get Finesse depending on the rest of the cards that we draw here, but we'll see what that looks like as we go through and do it here. You can see already having Finesse is going to be helpful because I've got strike cards, but it would be really nice to be able to get the damage off the board without having to cast a defend. I guess realistically I can. It's just going to cost me 3 strikes. I will do it. These guys are going to give me status cards, but the status cards that they give really aren't all that bad. I can do that, and I can start checking damage. Actually, I'll probably do it on the little guy here because 1 more strike, and I know I won't have to worry about his damage next round either. There's no point in chipping away at the big guy yet. 6 damage isn't going to do that much. So this is only 3 damage, not a big deal. This is what I'm talking about, though. So we have Feed in our hand. It's going to deal at minimum 10 damage. I don't have Vulnerable on this guy, so it will only do the 10 damage. But because that's going to kill him, it is fatal. And it's going to raise our max HP by 3, and then we won't be able to play it again for the rest of combat because of exhaust, but no problem. So that's going to get his damage off the board, which is awesome. It ends up in our exhaust pile over here. That is sweet, though. I'm going to just double block for now. I only have him to worry about, so I'm not really too worried about it, but I'd rather not take his damage if I don't have to. It would have been sweet to set him up with some vulnerable stacks for this turn, but not that big a deal. He's not attacking this turn, so I don't really care about the block, but Iron Wave does both, so that's fine. This, it's not doing any damage to us if we have it in hand. So even still, it's not really super important to get rid of those status cards. Some of the late game status cards, though, are crazy. You're going to definitely want to make sure that you prioritize getting them out of your hand. This here, again, this is why having upgraded defend is awesome, because I could just realistically cast one. We're gonna take 1 damage, but I will heal it at the end of combat, and we can just make sure that this fight ends for sure this turn. So there we go. Perfect. So I ended up taking 1 HP, but again, we heal that 6 at the end of every turn. Perfect. Got a colorless potion. So that's going to be able to add a colorless card to hand that we can play for free, so that's cool. Headbutt's awesome. It's a really good card. It deals 9 damage. Put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. So it helps us kind of loop things like Iron Wave, especially when it's upgraded. It's not actually exhausting, and it'll help us be able to pull that out. Especially, too, if we are able to get Blockade at some point in this game, and I'm not able to play it on a certain turn for whatever reason, I can use Headbutt to kind of pull it back out of the pile. Slippery is annoying. We basically want to make sure that we can get damage across to these guys early, because no matter the attack I do, it's only going to do 1 damage the first time. So they are going to have a lot of damage coming through here, so I might actually see, because it's a little while before we get to a fire, I want to just see if I can make this as easy as possible on myself. There's nothing here that's going to do damage to each enemy. Sometimes you do get that. Fasten's a really good card, but gain additional 5 block from defend cards. Okay, you know what? I'll do this. We're going to be able to play it for free. I'm going to cast Finesse just to see. Okay, of course we didn't get any defend cards. That kind of sucks, but okay, let's just use our strikes. We don't have anything that we can do for defense here. We're going to have to just take our lickings and but at least we get 5 additional block for each thing. This is only on defend cards though, so it won't actually work on Iron Wave, but that's fine. Let's put it on who's going to take the most damage. Put it on this guy. And then I'm just going to... How much damage do we have coming through? 6. I'm just going to not take damage next turn. I really would have preferred to get some damage through there, but again, that's exactly why cards like Iron Wave are so good, because they're doing damage and you are getting a significant amount of block. Can basically do the same thing as we did last time. If I do this, I'm gonna take... I can take Anklet out, which is going to get rid of the majority of damage here. And then if I can throw up our upgraded block, I forgot actually, because of the additional bonus here, that it's actually worth 12. So don't have to worry about these guys' damage at all, which is awesome. We took out the right guy there. And then we should be able to kill these guys. This is going to be amazing. We'll cast Feed on this guy just to get our additional HP, which is sweet. I don't have defense cards. Oh, I'll be able to just double strike him and get him dead. And then we don't have to worry about defense. Healed another 6, which is awesome. It's really cool if you don't even lose 6 HP in a fight, because then you're healing. It's a net positive there. It's pretty sweet. I'll get True Grit. I'm not huge on it. No, I don't know if I want to do that. I hate the exhaust 1 card at random. The 7 block is great, but I don't really like exhausting a card at random, because there's nothing worse than when it exhausts something that you're looking forward to playing. And at this rate, I have no way to actually pull something out of the exhaust pile. So inside this event node, or inside this treasure chest here, we got Razor 2. So every time you play an attack or skill, upgrade it for the remainder of combat. That's sweet, because that's going to be our strike cards. That was strike or okay, wow. So that's any attack. So anything that's not a power. Our attacks obviously are basically everything that we have here, bash included. All of our strikes, headbutt, anger, feed, all of these are attacks. Even Iron Wave is an attack, and then our skills are all of the defend cards. So each time we play it, it's going to be upgraded for the remainder of combat. So that's not going to carry with us from combat to combat, but it will be for the entirety of a single combat. That's all of our turns, which is really awesome. I'm going to go along this. We don't have too much money to spend at the merchant, so I'm going to just kind of go towards this fireplace here, because I think upgrading a card would be pretty beneficial. So we'll grab this treasure chest. Hopefully there's a sweet relic in this one as well. Nunchaku. I don't think I've ever seen this one. Every time you play 10 attacks, gain 1 energy. That's awesome. I don't know how many attacks I'm going to ultimately be playing, but that's fine. I would have preferred something else, but that's not terrible. Okay, so we've got 18 damage coming to us. I will cast Iron Wave here. We're going to be taking quite a bit of damage. I'm only able to block 12 of the 18, but that's fine. The nice part is, again, these are going to be upgraded, so you can see already that we got, it looks like it's upgraded by 1 maybe. I'm going to just attack him so that we can get that damage off the board next turn, I would imagine. 6 damage wasn't really going to do too much to somebody with 33, but plus that puts him in striking range of feed. Yeah, this is awesome now because we can just get this damage off the board, the 14, and I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna put bash on this guy here for some vulnerable stacks. Or should I not bother? That'll apply 3 vulnerable. This guy's gonna buff, so it probably makes more sense to do that. But again, I do want to just make sure. Let's just get this damage off the board real quick. That's good. We can put Iron Wave now from our discard pile into the top of our draw pile, so we know for sure we're getting that next turn, which is nice to know. Don't have any block this turn. I know I've got 14 damage, so let's go ahead. We'll play that. And then I'm going to just play 2 strikes because it's really the only thing that I can do. And pass turn. He's defending, so I don't really care too much about him this turn. But again, though, it's hard not to when we have a card like Feed. So I think what I'll do is I'll cast Feed just so we can get additional 3 HP. Sweet. Go ahead, cast Iron Wave on him, and I'm actually going to be able to have enough block to block all of his attacks, which is awesome. Finesse, I'm not going to cast. Maybe I will cast. Okay. I was just going to see. I couldn't remember if I had any other 0-cost cards. Okay, perfect. We're going to be able to just beat this guy up big time now. Got a couple of zeros here, which is sweet. Again, casting defend right now doesn't really matter. I got 1 energy, but that's not helpful. I don't have obviously any cards in hand. Plus, I knew he wasn't attacking this turn, but we're actually in pretty good shape. We've already expended our feed card, so we're not going to be able to get the damage bump there, but no problem. Or the HP bump. This guy's just going to die to us here, but we will get the HP healed, which is sweet. Expect a fight. This is awesome if you're in like purely damage-based builds. I really liked this card. It's still pretty good because we do have to attack a lot, and you get energy that you can play a lot. But for right now, I really want to just probably keep it. Yeah, especially since it costs 2. Like you're basically just paying for your strike casts. So we don't have anything super expensive that this would be like super worth it yet. So let's grab this skill. It'll be upgraded as well, just based on Razor Tooth. Not yet. Obviously, we have to cast it in the game, but what are our next nodes here? We've only got a couple of fights and they're smaller minions, so I could probably stand to upgrade something here, which is awesome. That's cool. Upgrading feed keeps the cost at 1. It's going to do an additional 2 damage, and it's going to give us 4 HP versus 3. That's cool. I do really like finesse though, just to be able to kind of cycle through the deck a little bit and give us 7 block for free. So ultimately that's what I'll end up choosing, and just really hoping that I can end up snagging a blockade out of here. I think actually what I'll do, because it would be really sweet to be able to hit the merchant instead of this unknown, just because if there's blockade, I'd love to be able to buy it. I just don't know how much it actually costs. So if we're going to have to do 2 fights anyways, might as well go through and do the merchant over the fire. We've got 4 damage on board here. I'll be able to negate that just with this Iron Wave pretty easily. This guy's going to debuff us, so might as well just get some damage through. I don't know if I'll be able to kill him this turn. I screwed that up. I should have done bash first, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, to be fair. But let's just set it up that we can get him dead next turn. There we go. So you can see that zero cast cards are just so important. Really gives you a lot of opportunity to just clutch things out. This is going to do 10 damage. It's not going to kill him, so... Oh, actually I can. And it's going to get the damage off the board, which is amazing. So again, sequencing really does matter, because we were able to get the additional HP off that just because we did a strike first. It also prevents us from having to cast a defend card, because we were able to just kill him before his damage goes through, which is awesome. None of these cards really matter to us. Again, though, cast that for free. That's sweet now, because we did have 1 energy that these 2 defend cards weren't really going to help us with, but we can at least get some damage through on this turn, so that's cool. He's going to buff. I just need to make sure that I can stop 11 damage. I'm not. I'll stop the 10 just so I can get some damage through to him still. Not too worried about taking 1. He's doing another 11, but that's fine. Just between these 2 cards, I'll be fine. Get some damage through there. Shrug it off is fine. I'll do that. That's cool, because now I get some more damage on this, and I can make sure that we have Iron Wave good to go for next turn as well. I casted 10, so casted 10 attacks, so it gave me another energy, which gives me the ability to cast another strike. Awesome. Again, we already knew we had Iron Wave coming. Doesn't really matter now, to be honest. It's not going to do as much damage as these 2 strikes or even anger. I'm going to do this, though. We know he's not attacking. Actually, I'm going to kill him anyways. He wasn't going to be attacking us, so I wasn't too worried about getting the block. I just wanted to make sure we were doing damage. 15 gold. Fruit juice. Might as well just drink this right away and get our max HP. Dismantle, so deal 8 damage if enemy is vulnerable, hits twice. None of these I'm really super stoked on, to be honest. That's not bad. That's not bad. Deal 5 damage twice, deal 8 damage. I'll get this just because it's rare, and I do have things that apply vulnerable right now. Sorry, it's not rare, it's uncommon, but it is an attack, and it costs the same as the other ones. That's fine. It's not going to be a total hindrance. He's going to be doing 12, so just in these 2 I can make sure that we get something there. That's going to be 9 damage, so let's go ahead and cast this. I will let's bring defend back up. It's upgraded. This Razor Tooth is clutch, actually. Because we played defend that last time, our upgraded defend, it was 7 block. It's now 10 because we played it. So definitely benefit. I don't know if it upgrades again or if it just stays 10 now. Probably just stays 10. But that's awesome, because I only need the 1 defend. Might as well just cast all of our damage here. And we're good to go. Gonna block all of his damage. Amazing. He did debuff us, though. Attacks cost an additional energy this turn, so that definitely sucks. Especially considering he's got 16 damage coming our way. Can't really do too much about that, so I can just we'll cast this to get 7 block and get some damage through, and end up taking 9 here. That sucks. But we'll be able to get a lot of block here, which is cool. Okay, so we'll block all of his damage, get an upgraded strike through and anger. Awesome. That was my 10th attack. Okay, so that's actually more... I'm playing more attacks, actually, than I thought I was going to. I didn't really think that I was going to benefit from this too much, but it turns out that it has been pretty cool. None of this really matters. I'm going to just see if I can get... I was really hoping that I was going to get feed just so I could knock this guy out and get a bonus, but no problem. To be able to get an HP bonus on that would have been pretty sweet. Again, I love the 7 block. I don't like the discard at random. Add a random attack card into your hand. It's free to play this turn. Exhaust. That's cool. You never know what you're going to get with that. I like a little bit of random. Okay, I could choose to fight, or we can go to the merchant. Let's go to the merchant because I really want to see if he's going to have blockade. He doesn't. Whenever you gain block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. That's helpful still, though. And I can afford it, and it's discounted. Cost 2, but if I take this to the campfire and upgrade it, then we should be good. That's awesome. Yeah, I like that. I like that, because we're going to be gaining block a lot. So again, it's turning every card that we have block on into a damage dealer as well. Can't really ask for more than that. That's sweet. Deal 4 damage twice, exhaust, no. Okay. Add 1 random colorless card into your hand. There's some good colorless cards. And it's free. So it could just give us options. Okay, I'll do that as well. It's a pretty good card. If absolutely necessary, we can cut these things towards the end. Again, I'm only down 9, but ultimately I'm up 8 on the start of our run. So I'm going to just go through and upgrade here. I am going to upgrade Juggernaut. Oh, okay, it doesn't actually reduce the cost. That kind of sucks. But it's going to do 7 damage every time we block instead of 5. So that's sweet. The only thing with the powers last the entire combat, which is awesome. But they usually have a pretty hefty cast cost. So, all right, we are going to fight the first act boss. This guy's a beast. I won't lie. He sucks. So the next 9 times, so this guy has slippery as well. The next 9 times he loses HP, he's only losing 1 HP. So there's really no huge deal in applying these crazy expensive cards. We just want to make sure he's going to have vulnerable, but it's not really going to make a difference because all of that is going to be negated by his little effect here. So I definitely want to just make sure that I'm going to be able to block his attacks, and then we'll just kind of chip away at this effect here. He looks cool, though. He looks cool. Okay, so he's going to be doing 12 damage to us. I only actually have the 1 attack here for blocking, which kind of sucks. So he's going to be doing some damage to us. At least it's Iron Wave, so we're going to get an increase there. Deal 9 damage, increase this card's combat by damage by 5. So again, that's not going to matter. It's nice that it's a free card, though. So we'll go ahead, we'll cast that, cast our free cards just to chip away at this here. No point in expending or exhausting feed yet. Again, I'm going to end up taking 5 because I didn't have any block cards that were going to be able to prevent any more of that. He's doing 27 now, so hopefully we get a good... Okay, we did not get any blocks. What I should have done is cast Headbutt first, and then be able to bring Iron Wave back and pull that out with finesse, but we are where we are. At least that's defend. That's going to be 14 out of 27, but we're going to get hit pretty good next time as well. Let's just do some small damage through here. Still should have cast Headbutt actually there, just to make sure that I could pull that 1 card off the top. Okay, Juggernaut. This is going to be helpful now, especially knowing that he's going to buff himself. I might as well play it now because I know I don't really have to play defense cards right now since he's not going to be attacking next turn. But I do really want to see if we can get rid of this slippery part. Secret Technique is what we got with whatever that 1 card was, Jack of all trades, I think. Secret Technique. So put a skill from your draw pile into your hand and then exhaust this. None of that really matters. I can go through and do this, though. It's another free card. Cast Headbutt. It's only doing 1 damage. That's fine, though. Okay, and then we only had that 1 card in the discard pile at the time, so that's fine. I did play 10 here, so that's sweet. So I'm able to actually do damage now because Slippery is off of him, so that's perfect. I don't remember what this was. Oh, yeah, Juggernaut. Okay, so every time we apply block, we're doing 7 damage. So that's awesome. That's very good. We're going to get 7 block, did 7 damage. Perfect. Going to gain some more block here, so we're already able to kind of take his damage here. Sweet. Doing damage there. I don't want to use feed because I'm not going to get the bonus, but at the same time, might as well just do damage while we can. The wound cards are no big deal. They just make it that they just fill our hand up with cards that we can't play, but it's not like they do damage to us, so no big deal. I don't, again, have any way to block his damage coming through, so it looks like we're going to be taking 16. That's not fun. So just get our damage through, but this one's going to hurt. It's not that big a deal, though, to be fair, because once you end the act, you end up going to the Ancients, and they heal you anyways, so not a huge deal. Might as well go ahead. We'll use Dismantle because he is vulnerable right now. So it's going to deal 12 damage, but because he's vulnerable, going to hit him twice. Sweet. I'm going to cast Iron Wave to get a little bit of block here, just because that is still important. And I don't want to die. We need to make sure that we make it to the end of the act. So I'm actually going to cast my Higher Defend as well, because we're still doing damage anyways. So that's cool. It's actually a little bit more than 7 as well, just because it will still be impacted by the vulnerable stacks too. Okay, so we've got Rampage. Do that there. Do this there. Sweet. So because I've casted enough attacks now, I'll be able to just kind of defend him out. Perfect. Amazing. Lost more health there than I wanted, but again, it's not really going to matter just so long as you can make it to the end of the act, because we're going to go get healed at the fountain, the ancient fountain now anyways. Liquid Memories, we can put a card from your discard pile into your hand. It costs 0 energy to play this turn. That's really sweet. That'd be amazing for something like Blockade. That's an expensive card. Okay, I don't really care about Cruelty. Pyre is awesome, especially for when you get expensive cards. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get Pyre because additional energy just gives you so many options when you are later in the game, or just really, I mean, in your turns in general. So, okay, I don't want to exhaust anything. I don't want anything that's going to melt away. Let's do Yummy Cookie here. We're going to upgrade 4 cards. That's pretty sweet, actually. I don't remember what the upgrades do here. Okay, so with Pyre, we can't reduce the cost of it, but instead of getting 1 energy, we're going to get 2 at the start of turn. That's sweet. Infernal Blade, that's kind of cool too. We're going to get a random attack. We're going to get it for free, and we cast this for free, so that's kind of cool. And then I think, honestly, I'm drawing a card. Let's do my other blocking cards here. Ooh, add 2 random colorless cards. That's cool. But I want to just make sure that I'm getting the block as I need it here. I could add it on top of this, but I'd rather get some benefits on more of just those plain defender cards. Okay, sweet. Awesome. You can see, so we're back up to full health here. Again, like when you start as Ironclad, you only have 80, so we're actually in pretty good shape right now. Got 150 bucks, so a merchant we might actually be able to buy something at, so let's go see him. And then we've got a couple of campfire and rest nodes up top here, so a couple of fights in between that though. So with this, whenever you gain block, deal 7 damage. That's pretty good. I do just want to make sure that I'm going to be able to... let's just see what we can get for these free cards first. Whirlwind. So it's going to do 5 damage to all enemies X times. Okay. So do 15 damage to him. That's not that great. Deal number, okay, into your draw pile. So that's going to be 16 damage. Still not that much better, really. Let's just, for right now, I only have the 1 block, so there's no point in doing little damage. I will, though, do the defend. We're going to get some damage on him anyways just because of that. And I'm going to end up eating 8 off the hop because I didn't get any defend cards. That sucks. He is not attacking us next turn, so applying defend doesn't really matter. Actually, I probably should because I'm still going to get 1 additional damage out of it. It's going to go 7 because of Juggernaut instead of the 6 from just a strike. See if we can use feed a little later. He's defensive now. Block is not removed at the start of Tunneler's turn. Stunned if all block is removed. Okay, so he's going to be dealing 23 damage to us, but we still need to see. Okay, so I got block for that, which is cool. What do I have in here? Nothing really that I want to pull back out. Okay, let's just cast our defense to see if we can get rid of that damage, because we're still doing... Okay, I'll end up taking 1 damage, but that's not so bad, actually, considering. Let's do this. Gotten rid of almost all of his damage there. We're going to get 7 block again next time, too, for free. We know Finesse is coming back out. We only took 1 damage. That's fine. So I got to just make sure. Might as well put Pyre up. That's not going to help us for this turn. So I'm hoping that doesn't burn me. But let's gain some block here. We'll gain some block here doing damage. He's stunned now too, so he's already not attacking next turn. So we're going to actually be fine there. Awesome. This is going to deal 15 damage to him now, so that's way better for a 1 cost. Do this for 0. I can cast a defend. Actually, we're going to be good. There we go. Perfect. Amazing. Iron Wave. Let's go. Cannot overstate how good those cards are. Okay, so this is another damage reducer. So no matter how much damage to him, if we do over and above 9, they're only taking 9 because of Exoskeleton. So again, it's going to be one of those where it's going to be important to stack blocks and try and get like whatever damage we can through here. So let's see what we can do. I usually always like going for the guys who are going to be upgraded next turn to try and get ahead of that damage. Again, though, it doesn't really matter because we know that we're only taking, or that we're only going to be able to do 9. So at least with this, I can make sure that I get Iron Wave back up. I have 16, though. 16 blocks, so we're not taking any damage this turn. I guess I played 10 attacks already. So I'll actually be able to get rid of this guy before he even buffs up, which is amazing. Perfect. Took no damage. I'm losing my block right now, but we can play Juggernaut. Is that worth it? Probably not. I could play Pyre. I just need to make sure. Okay, that's actually worth it. I'm going to cast that for 2. With that, with Iron Wave, it's going to give me 7 blocks, so I will take 1 damage. But I think having Pyre just to make sure that we can hopefully lock this fight down next turn, I think that's probably a little bit more important. Get Iron Wave through here again. This feed is very enticing. There we go. I already have my damage covered there. Feed is going to do 9 damage. Perfect. We're going to go ahead, upgrade our HP again. That is clutch. That card is doing way more work than I remember it doing for me before. It's already gotten me an extra 20 HP, as long as you know kind of when to use it. There's our 7 block. Let's see what we get for a random thing here. Uppercut, fine. Might as well cast it. It's free. Cast Bash. Again, the vulnerable stacks really aren't going to do anything, but we will kill him anyways. We were able to do enough damage there. Perfect. Flex Potion gives us 5 strength for the entire combat. That's very helpful. Battle Trance. I love this card because it's amazing to be able to cycle through your deck really quickly. So I will take that. Full HP. We're sitting in a pretty good spot halfway through Act 2, I would say. Really hoping that I can get Barricade or Blockade or whatever it's called, though. It's so good. Every time you draw every 10 cards you draw gain an energy. That's really good, especially with that Battle Trance card that we just picked up, because it's going to be drawing us 3 cards for free. So that's pretty sweet. At the start of your turn, play the top card of your draw pile. So that's going to play it for free. That's a pretty good hit too, actually, because if it's going to be playing our really anything, like if it's going to play our blocks for free, if it's going to play our powers for free, that could be really helpful. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get that. It sucks. I really wanted to get Stone Armor as well. That's such a good block card, but I should really look at these as well, but I never usually have as much, or I never usually have enough gold to be able to snag those relics. So whatever, we'll see what we get. Oh, and I didn't realize actually that this doesn't end at the end of combat. So I've already played 10 or 8 attacks, so we'll be able to pop in here and I should be able to get some additional energy pretty early on in this fight. Amazing. I'm going to play, oh, he is attacking. So I want to just make sure. Actually, let's just get this on the board. I will play my block, so I'm going to take 2 damage, but that's fine. Go ahead and cast Anger, so we get some damage on the board. Mayhem's going to be awesome because it's already going to start working for us on turn 2. Just a plain old strike here would have been way better if it was Pyre, but it is what it is. He's not attacking this turn, so I am going to play Pyre just to give us some energy in later turns. Battle Trance, again, I'm really just looking. This is going to be sweet. He's not attacking this turn, so I don't really care, to be honest, about getting damage in on him. He is going to buff up. It's going to be harder to get damage in, but having this kind of setup, Mayhem, we're getting cards played for free. We're getting additional energy at the beginning of each turn, and now whether we're attacking or blocking, we're doing damage. So I can actually get a little bit of damage in too, just because of Finesse, that free card, playing a block. Okay, so he's got 14 block, and he's doing a good amount of damage. Nice to be able to cast Iron, whatever that is, Iron Wave. What is it? Yeah, Iron Wave off the hop. That's sweet. Infernal Blade, what do we got? Ashen Strike at 3. Okay, it's free, so I might as well just play it. He's attacking for 19, so let's just play our defend cards, because again, he's taking damage on that. He does have Frail on me, though, so my blocks don't cost as, or don't have as much of an effect. This sucks because I know I'm taking damage still, but we were able to get a pretty good amount of damage in on him. I'm going to end up taking 5 after this is all said and done, but that's really not that bad. Mayhem off the top, that's amazing too if you can put that little combo together. I forgot that was a thing. So let's do that again, because that'll guarantee... Actually, let's see. Catastrophe, play 2 random cards from your draw pile. Cool. Awesome. That's cool. So that's all free. Perfect. Battle Trance, see what that gives us. He's doing 14 damage. I can already block that all, so I'm really not too worried. I want to just see if we can set up some damage here then. Ashen Strike, perfect. Because our exhaust pile was higher, that did way more damage this time too, so that's cool. Go ahead, can get Catastrophe up, but I don't really care. I'd rather maybe even Ashen Strike will definitely kill him next turn. I'll do Iron Wave to get some more damage out. Probably would have made more sense to just do the upgraded strike, but that's fine. We're not going to take damage here. And he's dead for free. Let's go. Amazing. Okay. Oh, that's hard to pass up because I'll be able to like cycle through my entire deck so quickly having 2 Battle Trances, and the fact that it's upgraded is very hard to pass up. But we are a block deck. The only thing with Stone Armor that kind of sucks is it won't get upgraded with Razor Tooth because it's a power and not a skill. So I wonder at that rate if Shrug It Off is a little better. Yeah, I think it probably is. Okay, we can continue fighting or split it up a little bit. I really want to get some more relics. This is a pretty light relic run. That's cool to be able to get the merchant, but I have literally nothing that I can get here. Body Slam is amazing in block builds, especially again if you can stack with Blockade. I really want to see if we can get Blockade because that'll make this a joke. What do we have here? Mayhem, I can cast it for 1. That's amazing. That's really good. But again, though, the additional block might be no. What's this? 2 random colorless. Let's do Mayhem. For it being able to play the top card of my library for 1, that's pretty good. It's going to cast it, yeah, for free every time. Okay, we got another unknown thing here. Okay, it's an event this time. Add 3 random attacks into your draw pile. They're free to play this con. Okay, why? That's pretty good. I don't have anything. We don't have any status cards that we want to remove, so we might as well. The heal 25 is basically pointless, but it's a pretty cool skill. Add 3 random attacks into your draw pile. They're free to play this combat. That's amazing. That's a really good card. Give me a good relic. What is this? Ooh, that's good. That's going to help our attacks and defense. Amazing. So at the start of your 3rd turn, gain 1 strength and 1 dexterity. Okay. So it's only helpful on the 3rd turn. Would have been way better if it was at... Wow, we have a lot of unknown nodes here. So we can add decay and obtain the Lost Wisp. I don't know what the Lost Wisp is. I don't want to take 2 damage. The Lost Wisp is probably pretty awesome, but I'd rather just take go the safe route right now. I feel like we got a pretty good thing going. I'll just take the 68 gold. Massive boulder sits in the middle of an abandoned courtyard. Plaque reads Stone of All Time. Okay, so I can lose the flex potion and gain 10 max HP, or I can lose 6 HP, enchant an attack with Vigorous 8. Okay, so it's going to do an additional 8 damage. That's awesome. There's one card that I would love to apply that to, but I don't actually have it right now. But there's one that gives you block based on the amount of damage that the card does. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'll just lose this flex potion for now and get the additional 10 HP. That's huge. We're still in really good shape here, so I might as well just pop in. Oh, or should we do... No, if we went right to an elite fight, I would do that, but I don't want to fight 2 minions before we get there. So let's do campfire. Hopefully we get a merchant or something at the next event. What's this? Add 5 random attacks into your draw pile. They're free to play this combat. All right. That's a pretty good upgrade. We pay 2, we get 5 that are free. Awesome. Okay, this is a fight. Okay, been looking all over for that key now, if you don't mind. Okay, return the key. I don't even know what key he's talking about. Fight to obtain the key. Gain 100 gold. Do I have a merchant or no? Because if I have... Okay, I don't. All right, let's see what this is all about. We do have a fireplace just before the end boss, which is huge. Because if I need to heal after this fight, because I'm not sure what to expect for it, it'd probably be worth it. So let's fight to obtain the key and see what we get here. Okay, so he's going to be doing 21 damage already. That's crazy. Let's see what we can get here, though. Okay, nothing good. Can block 11 already. Okay, so I wasn't able to do any damage, but I've far and away been able to block his stuff there. Okay, so we're going to get 7 block. I'm at 15. What's this? Put a card from your discard pile into your hand. It costs 0 to play this turn. Okay. Is there anything in? Nah, I'm fine. I'll just keep blocking damage, I think. If I can wait for his plating to run out, then I can actually do some decent damage. Okay, he's going to buff again. Okay, he's not attacking me, so I got to just kind of lay some stuff down here. Pyre is helpful. Ooh, Juggernaut would have been really good too. Inferno Blade, we get anything good? No. What's going to do the most damage here? That's 5 damage, 6 damage, 7 damage. Okay. I'm actually going to play Iron Wave. It's not doing as much damage, but I do want to get that upgraded because of our Razor Tooth here. So he's got 24 damage coming. Ooh, we got lots of stuff here. Lots of stuff. Okay, it's going to do 12 damage to all enemies. I'm going to do Mayhem. I have nothing that's going to help me for blocks, though, which is scary. Okay, so those don't get added into my hand, but they are in the draw. Okay. Body Slam, that's cool. That's not going to help me right now, though. I'm going to cast Bash, I guess, just to apply some vulnerable stacks, because it's going to help these attacks here. They're 0 cost, so that was a sweet turn, but I am going to get beat up now. I am going to get beat up. It might actually be worth it just to save some damage to play this. What's going to get me the most block? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do... Wait, he's got vulnerable, right? He's got vulnerable, so might as well get some damage in on this as well. Okay. So I'm only going to... He's going to be doing a good amount of damage. I'm only able to save 8. But we got good damage through there. Okay. Oh, so these are all free right now, even. That's amazing. Let's... don't want to do that. He's vulnerable, so this is going to hit twice. Perfect. That's sweet. And then Mangle will just kill him outright. Okay, awesome. Amazing. Okay, so 13. Clarity Extract. Draw 1 card at the start of your next 3 turns. Draw 1 additional card. Add Lantern Key to your deck. So unlocks a special event in the next act. Interesting. Kind of sucks right now because it is going to clutter up my hand a little bit, but that's cool. Okay, I'm going to do Shrug It Off because the other 2 I don't really care too much for. Might as well be able to keep stacking our block here. He is going to summon, so let's see as much of a setup as I can get here. Really not much. Just do damage, I guess. Okay. What the heck are these guys doing? They hatch after 1 turn. Ooh, okay. I'm going to do Mayhem just to cast some things for free. He's not vulnerable. So let's just get ready to block some damage, I guess. The nice part is if I can kill this guy, it'll kill all of these guys as well instead of focusing on killing them. But they're going to have a lot of... Yes! Starting with Pyre is amazing. Oh, okay. It plays it, but it's not actually going to count for me right now. Okay. Exhaust your hand. Deal 8 damage for each card exhausted. So that would exhaust 4. So we would do 32. That's not going to be enough to kill this guy. Okay. Well, let's do Juggernaut. Wait, what's this do? Okay. Let's do Juggernaut. I don't have any block to apply, but that's going to be important to kind of get on the board here soon, I think. Yeah, that's going to be tough. Okay. Let's just do some damage here then. Did nothing. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't have any cards to exhaust, so it just literally did nothing. It's a good thing that we have a campfire coming up because I will actually be able to rest. I will need to rest at that one. The one part that sucks about Mayhem playing cards on my behalf is that it's just directing damage anywhere. These guys are attacking, so I really just need to be able to block their attacks. Perfect. If I can get feed on one of these guys, that's awesome. Because I can bump my max HP. No, it didn't. Why not? Okay. Okay. That'll be 7 damage. Okay. We'll just get the damage through here. I'm already blocking all of their damage coming through. That's perfect. Get some more damage through. Sweet. Don't know why this didn't bump up. Because I definitely killed one of these guys, but that's fine. You can see here our Lantern Key. I can't really do anything about that right now, but... Let's see what Infernal Blade gives me. Nothing. That's really not that good when there are 3 enemies. I'd much rather have that targeted, but... I love all of these 0 casts, though. These are insane. Gain 51 block. If you take unblocked attack damage this combat, you die. Well, 51 block straight up is going to be able to block everything on board, so that's fine. But that just means I can't take damage at all now in this combat, which is kind of scary, but I should be fine. I'll kill this guy next turn, and then we'll be good. Nice. So right off the hop there. Okay, perfect. Sweet. Powdered Demise. Enemy loses 9 HP at the end of each of its turns. So that's going to be helpful, knowing that we have a boss fight coming up. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 4 block. That's pretty good. I still don't remember. I don't think I have too many cards that are exhausting things yet, though. Let's go ahead. Let's grab Armaments, because that's going to give me block, and it upgrades a card in my hand. It would have been amazing if I could have made it to the campfire with more health than I have, because if you upgrade that, it upgrades all cards in hand instead of just a single card. So that's awesome. Okay, we've got our Crab Act 2 boss fight. Ooh, this guy's hard. I have not beat him before. I've got a little bit of damage coming through. It's going to be 21 damage. That's actually quite a bit, but let's see if I can do anything here. Nice to be able to start with Juggernaut on the board, because I'm at least dealing damage as I kind of buff my defense. Gonna just throw this, and let's just start this right away. No better time than the beginning of a fight to make these guys lose 9 damage each turn. Spread the love a little bit. Might as well do this as well. Draw 1 card. At the start of your next 3 turns, draw an additional card. So maybe I'll do that, because I don't have energy to play anything. So I just have to remember to do that next turn. This, yeah, I'm going to get beat up a little bit here. He takes 9 damage. That's amazing. Okay, cool. We have Pyre. That's going to be very important as well. Just anything that's going to give me the ability to play things right now. You can see, again, I only have 1 defense. Ooh, that's tough. Okay, let's see what we can do. Oh, my. Oh, I didn't. Okay, that's not good. I didn't pay attention to how much that card actually cost. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Again, though, not a big deal. We just need to make it through the fight, really. Just need to make it through the fight. Upgrade a card in my hand. Let's upgrade Iron Wave, because it's our block and damage. Okay. What do I want? That's upgraded. Let's do this again. It'll play it for free. We'll be able to play these for free as well. Next turn, I think. This, I don't really care. It's going to take forever to get this guy down to, you know, fatal health. But he's upgrading. I was able to block all of his damage that turn. That is absolutely huge. Okay, let's stack some vulnerable, I guess. I got a big attack coming our way here. Wow, okay. Let's do this. See if I... Okay. This is good. Whenever I apply block, it's going to do damage to him, so that's awesome. And I haven't actually spent, like, any energy yet, which is insane. But I don't have, like, any defense. It's been doing damage, but I don't have any defense. This guy is going to clap me big time. I probably should have focused all of that damage on him. Ooh, that's tough. Oh, yeah. This other guy is going to hurt a lot next turn. He's sleeping. I got to worry about this guy now. So let's do this. Deal 4 damage twice, gain 2 strength, they gain 1 strength. I don't really want to bump their attack up anymore, to be honest. Let's give him some vulnerable stacks. I'm going to do Shrug It Off here, because I really need some defense. I'm not getting any blocks, though, which is very scary. This is going to play for... Oh, that went into my hand. I thought it was going to play for free next turn. It is not. I am going to be able to block all of his attacks this turn, though, so that's very important. I don't want to do Fight Me Now. I should have, to be fair, did it before. That'll give him... Oh, I guess it would only give him 1 damage, so I might as well. I should have done it earlier, though. Let's see what this does. Okay. We were able to pull a lot of free cards off the top with all of that, so that's huge. I got a lot of damage through that turn. This guy, he's going to have all of his damage stopped, so that is absolutely huge. He's almost dead. He takes another 9. If I do this right, I could actually win it here. They're dead. Yeah, I should be fine. I might not win it in this turn. Gotta focus on this guy's damage first. Actually, if I can just defend, it should probably bash first. Let's just get his damage off the board. This guy's completely blocked up. Oh yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. He's got a huge... he had a huge block that turn. Yes! Amazing. Okay, I've never actually beat this guy. Let's go! Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Heart of Iron. This is a very good potion for us considering all the block that we're going to be doing. Crimson Mantle, that's pretty sweet because it's automatically applying 8 block. We are losing 1 HP, but if it's automatically applying 8 block, it's just lending itself to what exactly we're trying to do. So that's really good. Start of Act 3 now. Okay, the start of Act 3. So weak, but you have potential. Use this weapon. Never seen this guy either. That's really cool. Okay. Stun the enemy and exhaust. Transform up to 6 cards into Maul. Deal 5 damage twice. Increase the damage of all Maul cards. Whenever you kill an elite, upgrade 4 random cards. That's awesome, but we're in the last act. I don't really plan on going to fight a whole lot of elites, to be honest. So maybe we'll pull this. That's pretty good. If we're going to stun somebody, and if we can play this for free somehow, that's probably pretty good. I don't really like any of these, if I'm honest, but I'll take Tank's Whistle, and we'll move on. Okay, so let's see what we have here. I like this path up the middle. We're going to have to fight an elite guaranteed, but that's not necessarily a huge issue, especially coming off of a fireplace. So let's go ahead. We hit a merchant. There's a bunch of event nodes. Each one of these has a treasure chest, which is really cool. Okay, awesome. Let's try this then. Go up and shoot through the middle here. Really wished that I got blockade. I can't believe I haven't. That really sucks. Okay. Let's just play all of our free cards here. Add 3 random 0 cards into your hand. Okay. I mean, that's cool, but I really need to get some defense on the board here first. Yeah, I'm not going to be tempted by that. That's cool. Oh, Juggernaut would have been nice to have earlier. Deal 9 damage. Okay, so we lose 1 HP. Deal 9 damage. Okay. I've got more than enough blocks now. They're going to be doing 21, but that's fine. Ideally, we'll be able to hold on to this potion until the end, because these Act 3 bosses are insane. But let's see what we get here. We got another 21 damage coming through, so shrug it off, get 11 block. Okay. Not going to be able to get more than that, but just make sure we have Iron Wave back on top. That was another attack, I guess, that I just played. Pretty sure we just got an energy from that. Okay, that's sweet. I'm not going to get anybody low enough, but let's just get some damage through here. It's 10 damage with feed. This guy's shield's down now. That's awesome. But he is going to buff next turn. Do this, we get automatic 8 block at the start of every turn at the cost of 1 HP. Might not have even needed to play that, honestly, but gonna do Mayhem. Definitely need some defense here. Amazing. That's actually very helpful, actually, now that we played Crimson Mantle, because I got 8 block for free. I forgot about that. Now I'll be able to get rid of basically all of his attack damage. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Mayhem, hopefully they pop something good off the top. Pyre, that's amazing. Doesn't really help for this turn, but that will be going forward. Let's stun. Go ahead and use this here. We're going to stun him for 3. Or sorry, oh, he's dead. Oh, I forgot it did that much damage. Okay, I was just really looking to delete his damage off board, but Stampede is an awesome card, especially when you are attack heavy. That's actually really cool because it's going to play our attack cards for free, or a random attack card for free. So that's good. You just save your expensive ones. Taunt's really awesome too. It's going to apply to vulnerable, but this, like, it just gives us the opportunity to really prioritize our block cards. So I'm actually going to pick, I'll pick Stampede. And then we'll fight again here. What's this one do? Whenever Scroll of Biting deals unblocked attack damage to you, you lose 2 max HP. Oh, that is not cool. So we need to make sure that we are blocking as much of this damage as possible. It might be worth, you know what, it probably is, because I can't afford to lose max HP. I would rather be safe here. Of course, we got Juggernaut late. I'm still not even going to be able to block all of this damage. But I've done what I could. Yeah, we'll be close. There goes our there goes our max HP. I'm so glad we actually had more than starting, because that's rough. Okay, so again, we need to just make sure that we're prioritizing block. That is brutal. Wow, they do a lot of damage. 29. I'm still going to be getting... Oh, no. Wow. Okay, lucky. If I didn't play that plating, I'd be in rough shape right now. Okay, I'm going to play I'm not going to play Stampede because I don't have any block... I don't have any attack cards. I might have after Shrug It Off, actually. Perfect. So Stampede's going to automatically play Whistle. That's amazing. It's the only attack card that we have in hand, so it's going to play it for free. Perfect. This guy's stunned, so it gets his damage off the board. Got enough block to negate this guy. Amazing. Keep some of this max HP. Again, really just want to prioritize playing our lower cost attacks. But I just need to make sure that I can block this damage. And again, I'm not really getting anything all that great. Let's do Iron Wave for sure, just to get his damage off the board. I still have to block 30, though. Didn't see that draw me a card. Not sure what happened there, but... I just need to... Oh, I'll be fine. I just need to kill this guy and we'll be fine. I'm going to cast Mayhem right now just because I can. I've got this guy's damage blocked, so I'm good there. Mayhem's going to hopefully help me get some crazy stuff off the end there. And I forgot about Stampede, actually, as well. Let's just keep rolling. Just make sure that we have the highest blocks possible. And some damage as well. I'm going to just roll Iron Wave. Still getting the additional block here and from Crimson Mantle, which is awesome. Pyre, I thought I played already, but maybe I didn't. I don't know if it's going to be possible. Let's just play the free cards. What's this? Choose one of 3 random cards to add into your hand. Okay. Okay. Play it for free. Let's do this. He doesn't have damage coming at me, so I'm not too worried, honestly. Let's just make sure that I have energy for next turn. Oh, yeah. Right. Again, I forgot about Stampede. Amazing. Played that for free. That's cool, because that's an expensive card. Stomp. Stomp's going to be for free. I'm going to be able to just play Stomp, and he's done. Perfect. Got a nice little heal there at the end. Okay, that did not end up as bad as it could have at all. All of these I don't really care for. I do like Stone Armor, though. Deal 10 damage, draw 2 cards. That's good. But again, I'm just looking for defense, especially the later and later that we get into this. Give me Blockade. Nope. No Blockade. I love this card. This is such a good card. Again, when you're a little bit more attack-based, but whenever an enemy dies, gain an energy and draw 1 card. That'd be amazing if we were early on in this, but it's going to be harder and harder getting these people to die. Start each combat with 1 strength. That's good. Upon pickup, raise your max HP by 7 and heal all of your HP. That's not really going to do a huge thing for me. Too bad. Let's do Evil Eye. It's going to give me 8 block and give me another 8 block if I have exhausted a card this turn. I might have. I don't think we visit another merchant. I'm going to be so sad if there's a merchant at this one. But let's do Jack of all trades, just because all of those 0 cost cards are exhausted as well. Just want to see if it can help me stack. Is there anything that I need to remove in here? No, I think everything's really not that bad. Lantern Key, I just don't know. Unlocks a special event in the next act. I don't know when we actually get that. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of money. That's probably... Ooh. Maybe I might as well just buy some potions. The next... Okay. Yeah, might as well just use our money here. That's cool. So I just bought the Gigantification Potion. The next attack you play deals triple damage. Okay. Don't be a merchant. Okay. Here we go. All right. Amazing. Lose the Lantern Key, procure 2 random potions, obtain 2 random relics. Or we can lose the Lantern Key, obtain History Course. At the start of your turn, play a copy of your last played attack or skill. That's sweet, because that could give us additional block as long as we play our block last. Unless we have Stampede out, then it's going to double up our... last attack, which isn't terrible. Ooh, that seems really good. I really like 2 random relics as well, but I don't want them to be stinkers. Honestly, my relics outside of Razortooth aren't that great in this run, which kind of sucks. I'm going to try what this is. Obtain History Course, and let's see how we do. At the start of your turn, play a copy of your last played attack or skill. Okay. Let's see what my options are for upgrade. Crimson Mantle might be the best just because it's guaranteed to give us 10 block at the beginning of every turn, and it's only at a 1 cost. It is still taking 1 HP, but that's probably worth it compared to, like, in relative to the bonus that it's going to give. We do have an elite fight, which is crazy. Depending on how this one goes, I probably won't do the second one. We'll recharge at the fire here, but we'll see how we go. Oh, this guy's tough. I fought him yesterday. Blockade saved me on this so big yesterday. He's tough. I need to block. I don't have anything that I can use to block. That's scary. I'm going to do Crimson Mantle just so we can get this out of the way. He also has the thing where it negates 3 debuffs, so if I cast like Vulnerable or something on him, it's not going to matter. I don't have anything to block, so I might as well just try and get some free things here. What's going to do more damage? This is dealing 8 damage, so I'll play this last. I guess by that then I need to play Anger first. I'll play Dismantle last, and that should play Dismantle again. Oh, it'll play it at the start of my next turn. Ooh. No good. Where are all my defend cards? It's tough. There's one. He's not attacking, though, so that's good. Might as well get some energy here. Oof. I'm going to hopefully use Feed on a turn where it's going to do something, or I can get the extra attack. Or the extra block. Oh, no. Take 2 damage. Oh my. Finesse. Okay. Deal 12 damage at the start of your next turn. Return this to your hand. Oh my. I at least have a lot of things in hand that I can do here. Just not much in terms of defense, though. Again, he's not attacking, which is awesome. And I've still somehow managed to get all of this defense. I don't know exactly where, but what's going to do the highest damage for me here? Okay. Oh, yeah, right. That's how he does his damage. Okay, at least with that, it's not to HP. It just goes to my block, so that's not a waste. I forgot that's how primarily he does his damage. He does this crazy swing, and then he just stacks all of that. He stacks all that stuff as well. Okay, Infernal Blade, let's see what we get. Nothing great. Conflagration deals 11 damage to all enemies. Deals 2 additional damage for each other attack you've played this turn. Well, I don't want to play that. I want to see Volley. Deal 11 damage to a random enemy X times. So this would be crazy. We could do it for... So it'd be 55 damage. And then if I did this, it'd be triple. Is that the play? It might be the play. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. It's gotta land though. Let's do this. Do volley. Amazing. Now I can do conflagration, so it's going to deal 17 damage to all enemies. I played quite a few attacks this turn. Okay, that's not going to kill him. This is going to do 40 damage to me, but I'm going to be able to block half of that. I basically have to close it out this turn, I think. Oh, I should be able to, though. Let's see if we can get some attacks here. I just need to do everything that I can for damage. Is he dead? He's got 1 health. Do I have anything that can draw me something? He's not attacking, so I don't really care. Oh yeah, I can draw. Let's go! Oh no, that's not... I thought that's a draw card. Is it not? I don't know why that doesn't... It didn't actually draw me my card. Okay. Again, not a huge deal. We'll be fine here. Because he's just giving me those status cards. Okay. I should be able to get this guy. He's not the act boss, though. Perfect. Okay, sweet. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. That worked fine. That worked fine. Got Powdered Demise again. That's awesome. Tuning Fork. Every time you play 10 skills, gain 7 block. That is sweet. So again, there's just even more incentive to just keep pumping these. Keep pumping blocks. Gain 1 strength for each vulnerable. That's not that great. I'm going to put Thunderclap on as much as I don't want to. If it's going to... It's at least doing something to all enemies. Everything I think I have is single target right now. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get a treasure. Hopefully it's a solid relic. What is this? Upon pickup, upgrade 2 random skills. Okay, that could have been worse. That's fine. Could have been better. I'm not going to fight an elite. I would probably die before I hit the fire. I need to block 13 damage. Do I bother with Juggernaut or do I just go for defense? Let's just go with defense for now. Okay, perfect. Got 20 here. Okay. Infernal. I don't have anything. Again, I don't have any defense cards right now. Stampede. Fine. Because I'll be able to play my entire hand now. I'll just slap this on to stack vulnerable. Stampede's going to allow me to play my strike for free at the end of turn. Okay. Again, very grateful that I've got the fire coming up. Gonna hopefully be able to do feed on this guy. He's not attacking, so I'm gonna cast Pyre just to get that extra stuff going. Stone armor, sweet. hoping that Stampede picks to play Strike, and it doesn't. That's fine. I'll get more damage, but that is exhausted now, so I can't use that as a finisher. Nice to be able to get that again, though. Jack of all trades, jackpot. So deal 26 damage, add 3 random. Okay, let's try that. It's good damage. I can still play both of my defend cards. That's sweet. Have I lost health this turn? I don't think so. Can only be played if you have 3 or more cards in exhaust pile. That's amazing. I can play that twice, so let's just do that. I don't have my blocks. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna still take 3 damage, but that's fine. Oh, I didn't even. Okay. Even better then. Mayhem. Gain my 4 block. Let's see what this draws me. Ooh. Okay, do this just for my block. Just keep stacking all of my blocks. There we go. So I will have no problem getting rid of this, his thing there. Clutch. Stampede coming out and playing Bash for free. He's upgrading this time, or he's buffing, so I'm not too worried. He's not attacking. I should be able to close him out this turn. Gain 38 block. I don't need that right now. Gain 9 block, draw a card. Deal 10 damage. Let's do our 34 damage. Oh yeah, he's dead. Amazing. Okay, perfect. That was just a regular enemy though, so not a huge deal. Bludgeon would be pretty sweet if it's going to be played for free. Otherwise, it sucks. It's just too expensive. It's really good for like a bunch of damage kind of coming out of nowhere. This is going to get me an additional 32. That's definitely my best bet. I don't think there's any card that I could upgrade that would get me. That would be more beneficial than that. I want the road of least resistance here, so we're only fighting twice here. So let's do this. Okay, we've got a bunch of free cards that we can cast. At the end of 3 turns, deal 40 damage to all enemies. That's sweet. I don't know exactly what that means, though. None of these guys are attacking me this turn, so that's amazing. I can gain a bunch of block because I did exhaust a card, but again, they're not attacking me, so I don't really care. I don't really care about the defender. These guys, though, I'm pretty sure they're buffing themselves to attack. So let's see what happens. Let's see what this bomb's all about. Now it's at the end of 2 turns, deal 40 damage. Oh, so it's like in 2 turns. It's going to deal 40 damage. Okay. I thought it was going to deal 40 damage 3 times. Okay. Ooh, this is tough. I'm only able to block 1. Okay. That's going to hurt. But I got to take my lickings here. We're going to get some big time damage in. Oh. Damn. That's tough. Okay. This has been a tough combination of just really bad relics, again, aside from Razortooth. And no real crazy cards here. I'm going to cast Finesse just to see if we can get a good draw. Jack of all trades, see if that does anything. Put an attack card from your draw pile into your hand and then exhaust. Okay. Just anything. Give me Iron Wave. Damage. Okay, nobody's vulnerable, so that doesn't matter. Might as well gain some more block and draw. Fine. Just start chopping these guys down a little bit. Ooh, there we go. Bomb! Okay, so the bomb went off. Perfect. That was perfect timing. Nice. And then the free cast. Okay, that helped. That helped. Let's get another Shrug It Off just because. Oof. Alright. Obtain a random relic. That's worth it to me. What is it? Good? If you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. Okay, that's perfect. Couldn't ask for much better than that. Except for the fact that we would ideally be ending our turn with block. This is just a little bit of a failsafe there. This guy's not attacking, but he's going to be giving us 10 status cards, which that might be scarier, honestly. There's going to be no better time to use Mind Blast, so let's get that in. Again, he's not attacking, so let's just... Okay. Too late for Bash, but that's fine. That was the best time to do that damage. I am just trying to hold on to this. Oh, okay. Those status cards aren't so bad. I will take those any day of the week. They're going to clutter my hand, but could be worse. I need to play Pyre. I don't have any defense right now anyways, so might as well just get energy for hopefully when I do. I'm not sure where the 7 block came from, though. Oh, maybe the 10 skills. Okay, so that's good. I'm not going to get anything from this, but we blocked a little bit. Again, definitely not ideal. He's not attacking me, so not a huge deal there. He's going to exhaust that. There's no point. Oh, he's stunned now. Okay. That's cool. Can I get that card again? I can't. He's stunned, though, so I'm looking to do damage. Gotta do big time damage to this guy. Just gotta do damage while I can. He's not attacking this turn, obviously, so that's fine. He's just popping out of stun. That's nice, too, actually, that I know for sure he's keeping his debuff and his increase there. So I know he's not attacking this turn either. So it might be worth it to just do a little bit of a setup turn, honestly. Again, it's all just defense, though, anyways. Okay. Not the end of the world. I'm getting my additional energy. I've got block on every turn. I have Stampede being able to play my things for free, so that's cool. I'll play that just to get some early vulnerable. This is going to hit twice because this guy's vulnerable. Again, though, like nothing for defense. I do have all of this, like just from everything stacked, but no actual defense cards to play, which is crazy. Still not getting anything. I guess Shrug It Off. Shrug It Off has been counting, but deal 3 damage twice. Exhaust a random attack card in your hand and add its damage to this. Okay. Okay. So if I do this then, if I upgrade this, this will burn anger and add 5 to that. Okay. Again, he's not attacking, so not a big deal. There we go. That's pretty good. Nice. Okay. I'll definitely have no problem killing this guy. That's cool. And he really shouldn't do too much damage to me. I should be able to get him this turn even. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay, got a little bit of a heal. Flame Barrier. That's about time. That's a really good card as well. All right, we're going for the big time heals. Let's go. Let's go. I have more health than I've ever had, but not having blockade scares me, I won't lie. I was so reliant on that to get through this last fight. This guy's got 25 damage coming my way already. I can block it, but I mean, to be able to get the most out of Pyre, I think it's worth just playing this right now. Okay, that was clutch. That was about as good a first turn as I could have. Actually, I got to remember to do this as well, because I don't think I've got anybody left to fight after this, so I might as well have him take 9 damage after his turns. Okay, so at least I'm starting with my energy here again too. Ooh, I got 30 damage coming my way, but I have my added energy now, so that's good. So every time that I'm playing blocks now, I'm doing damage, so that's perfect. He's not vulnerable, so I'm gonna just make sure that I get my blocks out of the way. Iron Wave, perfect timing. But he's still gonna get 7 in on me, which is scary. He must have an upgraded form, because I feel like 155 is just not that much. So let's just do my setups now while I can. Still got 20 damage coming my way, though. He's going to lose 10 strength here, so that's a sweet, sweet, sweet debuff there. Gold Axe. Deal damage equal to the number of cards played this combat. Okay, that'll be sweet. That's not free, but... And then again, I'm just looking to deal my damage here. Might as well play all of these cards because, I mean, I can, and it's going to give me... The added energy isn't helpful, but hopefully they're upgraded now because of Razor Tooth. So this guy's almost dead, but again, there has to be an upgraded... He must upgrade. There it is. Okay, he can't attack on this turn. So there's no point in playing Flame Barrier yet. Every 10 cards you draw, gain an energy. Might as well do that. Start getting a little bit of card draw in here and just do the damage. This is, what is it? Every time I play a block, he gets 7 damage. Okay. Alright. So he's stunned. Okay. He's dealing 31 now. So I almost have all of my little benefit kind of setup cards in play now, which is amazing. I haven't exhausted another card this turn, but I will with this. So let's get that in. That's amazing, because now I'll get double benefits. I'll get my initial 9 block and another 9 block because I exhausted that card. Perfect. Get some defense here. I probably should have just done the strike to get damage in, because I should have already been enough to block. Oh yeah, Stampede. Perfect. Never mind. Amazing. Okay. So he's going to try and escape after this turn. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat him this turn. He's got 40 damage coming my way. I'm going to put these up just because. That gives me block. This is going to... I could use some cards because all I have is energy right now. I might as well do this. Let's cast Whirlwind, and then Stampede's going to allow me to cast Bludgeon for free, but it's not going to be enough damage to get this guy. So he's going to try to escape, so I don't know what happens if he escapes. What is this, just like a massive defensive state or what? Okay. Either way, though, I feel like I'm actually in a pretty good little setup spot for this. Just keep giving him vulnerable right now. That's fine. Can double this. We'll double this. Nice. So I was able to play basically my entire hand there, which is crazy. He's going to deal 13 damage, but I had enough block, which is awesome. Conflagration. Perfect. Okay. This isn't so bad. This is an easier boss than I fought last time, I'm pretty sure. Deal damage equal to the number of cards played this combat. So that's this entire combat. So if I can play out my entire hand here. Let's give me... I don't have... Okay. Let's just do Battle Trance again then. This is going to do 56 damage. That is massive. Awesome. And then it should play it again as well. Okay, so he's got 36 damage coming my way. Gold Axe slayed that guy there. Okay, there's some block. I'm going to just cast Mantle right now. Or Mangle. So he's only doing 21. I will have more than enough. This is 3. I want to save that. Hopefully Stampede will play it then. Might not. But I might as well just do damage because I can sustain all of his damage there. Perfect. That's huge. Now Whirlwind should be played at the beginning of my turn, which is going to be... Oh, played Armaments. Oh, yeah, because Stampede played... Gotcha, Stampede. Played Strike. Okay. I think I'll be able to get this guy right now. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Yeah! Nice! He was way easier than the last guy I fought. That's amazing. That is amazing. Perfect. Okay. We only had one elite fight in that whole thing, aside from the act bosses. That's crazy. Floors climbed 48, gold gained 741, well fed. I don't know what well fed is, but that's amazing. Discovered a few new cards, discovered a few new relics, some new enemies, and an epoch. Perfect. So I'll show you guys just really quickly at the end of the run here what it was that I used to complete this run, but then also to just so you can kind of get an idea of what I used to complete my last run as well. Because last run was definitely a little different, similar in style, in that we were doing, or really trying to make use of the cards that block and deal damage at the same time. I think that's probably the best way to do it. But you can see here, so this is just the path that we took to get there. I had 11 relics in total, 3 of them ancient, 1 event, 1 rare, 4 uncommon, 1 common, and 1 starter. Really, none of them were all that great. Just to highlight here, Burning Blood is what you start at with just the regular Ironclad passive. Palmander, so upon pickup, we upgraded a card. Razortooth definitely came in clutch. That was probably our best one for sure, because every time we played an attack or a skill, it upgraded it for the entirety of combat, so that's sweet. Nunchaku, again, it ended up being more of a benefit than I was expecting it to be, just because I know in this build you don't really play, or it doesn't feel like you play too many attack cards, but that's just because you're so focused on block that you don't even realize that a lot of the best cards in the deck are actually attacks. Yummy Cookie, again, it was just giving us the ability to upgrade 4 cards, which is nothing to scoff at, but compared to what some of the relics can do, it's not even close to, you know, some of the really, really good ones. Sparkling Rogue, or Sparkling Rouge, at the start of your 3rd turn, so only your 3rd turn, you get an additional strength and dexterity. It doesn't stay with, or I guess it would stay with you for the end, until the end of the game, or the end of combat, so that's pretty cool. But again, though, you have to go without for the first 2 attacks, or for the first 2 turns. Upon pickup, we had Tank's Whistle, so it adds a whistle to the deck. Again, it's just this card. The nicest part about it is that if it stuns the enemy, it's expensive though, but if you're able to cast it for free, things like Stampede or just playing it off the top of the deck with Mayhem, pretty sweet pickup. This was just on the history core, so at the start of your turn, play a copy of your last played attack or skill. That was harder to kind of line up, especially because Stampede a lot of the times was playing whatever I left it last. So by the time it actually came back to the start of my turn, I forgot what was getting played for free, because it wasn't actually what I played last, it was what Stampede played last. Either way though, anything that you can cast for free or double up attacks on and not have to pay for, that's really where you're going to start gaining some efficiencies there. Tuning Fork, obviously, we picked up in the late game, but it does kind of lend itself to what we're trying to do with the build. So every time you play 10 skills, so things like your defend cards, you're gaining 7 block. So that's sweet. Warpaint, upon pickup, again, we're just upgrading 2 random skills. We couldn't even pick the cards, and it is specific to skills as well. You don't even get to pick specifically what cards it was upgrading. And then Orichalcum, or Orichalcum, I don't know. If you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. Now, because we were so block heavy, I don't actually know whether or not we started turns with, or ended turns without block, but it would get us out of a pinch and start us with something if we didn't have anything to do there. And then obviously here is the deck breakdown. So the majority of this was done with 11 uncommons, 10 commons. We did have 5 rares in there though, which is pretty sweet. You can see the cards that we did have kind of like permanently upgraded here, which is pretty cool. Shrug It Off, pulling some work. I really like Iron Wave. I'm surprised that we only had 1 like permanently upgraded, because that was a clutch card for me in the game last time. Where are the legendary? Oh, okay, yeah, Pyre. Pyre was a very good card. That thing saved us for sure if you can get extra energy and stuff on board. But yeah, so that's awesome. But I hope, actually, let me just show you really quickly too, just if you guys are still sticking around through this. Is this the one that I won? I don't remember where you see that. Yeah, I think it is. Must be this one. Yeah. So this is the other one that I won with. So having things like Fisticuffs, this was an unreal card. Deal 11 damage, gain block equal to the damage dealt. That is so good. because then you can imbue it with things that increase the damage and you're gaining block equal to the damage. So cards like that, I really wish I could have found that again. Barricade that I kept talking about in this. So block is not removed at the start of your turn. So anything, obviously, if the whole idea is that we're just pumping block, 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 it gets to the point where they just can't do damage against you. I had over 100 block at one point just because it doesn't actually fall off. It does fall off from combat to combat, but it doesn't fall off between turns, whereas if you didn't have this card, it does. This is also a 2 cost, but that's only because I had it upgraded. Regularly, it's 3, so it's pretty expensive, but it's because the card is broken if you are a block build. So I'm not going to really spend too much time on the relics here because, again, this wasn't the actual build that I showed you guys, but it's very similar in style. We do have things that grant extra dexterity. We had things that gave energy at the start of, extra turns. What else did we have? Again, we had Sparkling Rouge. Again, that's giving strength and dexterity, which was really cool. Whenever you play an attack, you gain 1 block. This thing here was giving us 4 plating, so we were getting block every turn. So just really, really, really cool cards, and I definitely think that I found how you're supposed to play Ironclad. It's definitely needing to be some sort of combination of a kind of attack and block build for sure, because that's the only way that I've had success with it. I tried going all damage and I never really got anywhere. So a long-winded, highly kind of explained playthrough, walkthrough, winning guide for an Ironclad build. Hopefully you guys are able to take something from this. If you enjoyed this video, if you're still listening even at the end of it all, thank you very much, first of all. Again, if you like this video, give it a like. Let me know in the comments how much of this you watched. Let me know what you found success with, specifically for the Ironclad, because I would be very curious to see what some of these other builds are looking like. And then while you're here, you might as well subscribe to Friendly Frenzy Games. That would really help out the channel. And hope to see you guys in the next Slay the Spire 2 content video. Have a good one, everybody.